11 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Mountain, 12 to 7 at Girard College, 2101 South College Avenue in Philadelphia, PA. If you have any questions or comments about the Philly Veg Fest, please send your emails to info@phillyvegfest.com. That's if you want to volunteer or if you want to get any vendor or sponsor information. And as an added bonus, as a special guest, now you really making me want to come. The Spider, John Sally, will be there all day. It's a great chance the Hip Hop Vegan will be there all day. John Sally, hey, I'm all about information, positive information being spread. Not to mention the basketball love and the love of basketball. But hey, Rich, man, you just made a friend for life. Because I'm all about being plant based. I'm all about spreading the word of being plant based and wellness, and I'm definitely all about basketball. Big shout out as well to the badass vegan John Lewis and Angela Yvonne of Vegan Pop Eats as well. Hopefully, future guests of the show. So anyone who can come in contact with the badass vegan John Lewis, Angela Yvonne of Vegan Pop Eats, y'all are on the clock. No, 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 no. I know you're not telling me these people are gonna be there. Bad. He just broke the bank. He just told me one of my idols, Dr. Milton Mills, is gonna be there. Now I know I gotta come. I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen. I may have to drive. I don't know. Dr. Milton Mills, the man himself, is gonna be there. I got to be there. If you if you are plant based and you're African American, please, even if you're not plant based, you have to Google and learn about Dr. Milton Mills. The Philly Veg Fest is gonna be off the hook. Oh my God. Dr. Milton Mills, badass vegan, Angela Yvonne, and John Sally? Damn. That's a nice ass lineup, if I must say so myself. Dr. Milton Mills alone. For people who don't know, Dr. Milton Mills is basically, he's like Michael Jordan in his profession. I'm not saying like, what he says is the gospel, but it's pretty much close to it. Dr. Milton Mills, to me, is up there with Dr. Sabi and a lot of other great people when it comes to spreading the word about becoming plant based and wellness living wellness, living healthy as well. You can't go wrong with anything Dr. Milton Mills has to say. That's why I'm so excited about hearing it. I've been knowing about Dr. Milton Mills long before I became plant based. And John Sally, this is just a wealth of information that you guys are having, man. This is a beautiful event just to even just read about. Um, I'm just super excited to even hear this and spread this information, man. I'm so glad that I came in contact with you, man. Um, he's letting me know about the Federation of Vegan Festivals, including Black Veg Fest, Texas Veg Fest, the Veggie Taste, Vegan Soul Fest, all representing the Federation of Vegan Festivals. The Federation of Vegan Festivals, you guys are doing great work, extremely great work, nationwide as well. You guys get a big shout out, big pat on the back for all the work that you guys are doing. Rich with Philly Veg Fest, big shout out to you. Gigi the Vegan Jones from Midwest Soul Veg Fest. We couldn't make it there last year because you guys had the Midwest Soul Veg Fest the same day we had the STL Veg Fest. So we trying to figure out how we gonna navigate that in the future because we got roots and family in Kansas City as well. So yeah, you right. Y'all got y'all best lineup ever. Big shout, hey, Philly Veg Fest, man. Hey, that sound like that's more interesting than the Roots picnic for real. And the Roots picnic is very interesting over this way, but it ain't comparing to the Philly Veg Fest. As much as I love hip hop, and I love hip hop, but this Philly Veg Fest lineup, this is great. This is very informational. It's gonna be a lot of helpful things there for people. Great food and great wellness and great conversation and great teaching going on. Man, big shout out to you, Richard. Man, hey, man, you keep coming with the info. This is just outstanding. 5 live bands, jazz, reggae, psychedelic rock, soulful hip hop, rap, spoken word. Damn. Yeah, hey, you're gonna have to make sure I get there. Hey. Anybody got an Airbnb in the Philadelphia area for that weekend of June 12, 13, and 14? And that sound like that's a great way to celebrate Father's Day the following weekend, uh, along with the Celtics winning the championship. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. Uh, letting all my listeners and friends and family know next year the Final Four is in Detroit. I will be there, going from Detroit to Toronto, having a nice international trip. You got a year right now to prepare. I'm going, so if you want to go, you know where I'll be at next year for the Final Four. Oh my God, they are showing the movie "They're Trying to Kill Us" for a limited audience at the Philly Veg Fest. If you have never seen "They're Trying to Kill Us," it's a great documentary about becoming plant based, about going plant based. Whether you're going to the Philly Veg Fest or not, if you are within earshot of my voice, please, if you, by all means, just look at the movie They're Trying to Kill Us. It's not what you think. Going into it with an open mind and an objective mind. You can't be closed minded going towards the future, trying to make changes in your dietary life. It's not going to work. You got to open up your palate and open up your mind. You have to get away from the things that got you in the position that you're in, health wise. At the Philly Veg Fest, there's also going to be a panel demystifying masculinity through the vegan lens. Oh man, this is great. The Philly Veg Fest. If you guys haven't heard any of the things that I've been saying, you guys really need to get there. June 13th. I'm gonna go back and read some more of this. Philly Veg Fest is June 13th, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Girard College, 2101 South College Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you have any questions or comments about volunteering or any guests or vendors, send all your questions to info@phillyvegfest.com. The lineup includes John Sally, NBA legend, noted plant-based person for years, very intelligent, full of information about becoming plant-based. Kicked out of a conference years ago for telling the truth. Let that sink in. Badass vegan John Lewis, Angela Yvonne of Vegan Poppies, Dr. Milton Mills, the great one himself, the plant-based super doc. And Philly Veg Fest is being put on by the Federation of Vegan Festivals, which includes, but it's not limited to, the Black Veg Fest, Texas Veg Fest, the Veggie Taste, Vegan Soul Fest, all represent the Federation. And not to mention the hard work of Gigi the Vegan Jones from Midwest Soul Veg Fest in Kansas City. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to my people from Top Notch Vegan Vittles. Big shout out to them, friend of the show, uh, letting it be known how comedian Country Wayne came by and had some of her food, gave it a nice stamp of approval. She gets down with everything that she does. By the way, if you haven't heard, she has vegan gizzards. That's all I'm gonna say. She got vegan gizzards, and I've had them, and they are great. Uh, Philly Veg Fest, best lineup they having all time. They said the director Rich has been with them 5 years, and this is the 8th year going on for the Philly Veg Fest. Rich, I forgot your last name. I don't want to butcher your name, but 5 live bands, jazz, reggae, psychedelic rock, soulful hip hop, rap, spoken word. So nobody's being excluded. Um, So you're gonna be able to come by and be with people of your same ilk and mindset. I just had a business phone call. I had to decline, but I really need to take that call. This is about some shirts and some, stuff like that. Y'all, if y'all like the new gear, the new emblem, that's just one of the new logos for the Red, Black, and Vegan podcast. There's been a lot of plans today. But if anyone was wondering where these shirts came from, or if you want to get yourself one, let me know. Shirts are always one for 20, two for 30, and you can be a part of the Red, Black, and Vegan team. Just to let you know, come on, get down with the program. Also, there's going to be a panel demystifying um, masculinity through the vegan lens. There's going to be a panel on the Federation of Vegan Festival from the Federation of Vegan Festival organizers, talking about life as organizers and some of the things that it takes and goes through to put these events on. See, we look at it from the consumer side. We don't think about a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes with getting your vendors to pay their fees on time, knowing what they can and can't bring to these festivals. There's a lot that goes on with putting these events on, getting guests, whether or not they're going to be paying appearance fees or things like that. Um, I'm sure there's a lot of hectic work that goes on. Timelines have to be met, fees have to be paid. Um, it gets really strenuous behind the scenes because people think they can just put a festival on. I mean, think about it. If you got some connections, you thinking it's it always seems a lot simpler than what it is. There's also going to be live yoga and other wellness demonstrations at the Philly Veg Fest. They're encouraging people to bring chairs, blankets, stay all day. It's a really big field. You can also visit phillyvegfest.com, www.phillyvegfest.com, and that way you'll be able to follow links for volunteers, vendors, and sponsors. They're still accepting vendors of all types. Bring bring your food for the Philly crowd to see. I'm sorry, Richard Rogers, Richard Rogers, point man for Philly Veg Fest, Mr. Richard Rogers. Big shout out to you, Rich, man. You're doing a hell of a job. I'm very, first of all, very proud of you, even though we've never met. Just by hearing the work that you've done, extremely proud of you. Um, they say they usually see up to about 5,000 with this lineup in this location. There will be more this year.
Call from Geese Peace LLC. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, you're on the air live with the Hip Hop Vegan and the Road Tripping Vegans from the Red, Black, and Vegan podcast.
All right, it's Rich from Philly Veg Fest. I'm done typing.
Hey man, thanks so much for typing that
Yeah, I
info
was listening
and working
in
with
the
me, man.
headpiece.
But we make a great team.
Yeah, I think you get it done. We'll get it done, man.
Oh yeah, man.
As Dr. Mills says, there's more than one way to skin a Republican. That's it. Yeah.
You got that right. You got that right, man. With every line that you type, man, this just made me more and more excited about trying to get there. And even if I don't, just hoping whoever hears me can get there. 'Cause this is just great. This is better than the Roots picnic. Shit.
Yeah, man. When as I was writing it, I couldn't believe it. I said, I'm getting a lot of work done this year. I said, this is going to be lit. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. As I look at all that, yeah, it's a big deal. And I'm hoping you can make it.
Man,
We'll find you a place to stay.
They got Jay-Z and we got Dr. Milton Mills.
You got Dr. Mills, but we have Koof Knotts and Christine Elise. Koof is a hip hop rap artist who has very soulful beats, and his partner in the music, Christine Elise, she plays the harp. You have to see this combination.
Oh
you
man,
can look them up online too. Koof Knotts, Kuf.
I was gonna say
Knotz.
I was gonna say DM me those names so I don't mess them up and I'll be able to bring
Yeah.
them up.
All right.
Please, I
Yeah,
can't wait to
the
see
bands
that.
are awesome.
Man, a harp, man. Shoot, you ain't gotta say no more. Shoot, I'm
Yeah,
dying to hear that now. I can't
we're
wait
gonna have a good time.
because I love
Yeah, I'll
music.
send you that information.
Oh man, but how much? I'm sorry. When does your preparation start? When did your preparation start for this event? Is it like the day
Yeah,
when the last event ends and then you jump right into for this year, or how do you go about doing that?
that's a really good question. You know, it's an ongoing thing because it's always in the heart, and you know, it's in our lifestyle. So anything we see or anything I see as an organizer that I know is appropriate for the lifestyle, and other people need to learn about it or hear the message that comes from one of these special people, I
Mm.
like to bring them in. But the key component to my event is that anybody you see on my stages or doing demos anywhere, it's all based on relationships that have been built authentically. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
just cold call people and say, hey, I need you to be here.
Hmm.
We're already in conversation, or we've done an event together somewhere, even including John Sally and Badass Vegan, John Lewis. We were all together at Midwest Soul Veg Fest last summer. Now, John Lewis and I met way back in the Bronx when LA Vegan Street Fair came out that way, but we met briefly, and then we picked up conversation again until we did some work together out in St. Louis, Missouri this summer. And John Sally was there also, so we all, you know, had some good bonding time throughout that weekend. Dr. Mills was there too, and he fosters many introductions for me. We are good buddies on the phone a lot, trying to solve these problems. But
Oh
it's an
man, give me Doc
ongoing
number.
thing. You want Doc's number? We'll get Doc. I just sent him a message, told him I'm talking to you. He knows I'm on here today.
Man, I
And
love that,
yeah,
man.
we'll get an introduction there, so he's aware of you and your great work.
Man, hey,
But it's fun. I never grow tired of this, and you know,
mhm,
it's a juggling act,
mhm.
and you got to find ways to get these things paid for. I like to keep this as a free event. This year, we are looking for donations at the door, and we have the ability to sort of greet people at this location through their gates and at their door, as opposed to when we're out on the street blocks where people can approach from anywhere. So we appreciate the support. We also give some support to Indra Loca Animal Sanctuary. They've been a good contributing partner and
Yes, sir.
presenting partner every year. So they come out, and we like to raise a little bit of money of them. We're probably bringing them on as beneficiaries again. And then we visit them for Thanksgiving, which happens in their Thanksgiving situation or celebration that happens in November. So we populate a table for them to bring new faces to their event while they come out to our event to let us help them continue the great work they do for over 200 animals out in Dalton, Pennsylvania, which is
Okay. Now,
way up above Scranton.
real quick before we have to shut this down soon.
Okay.
First thing I need to ask you is let the people know where you get your protein from.
Okay.
And go ahead.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
I get my protein from just about everything I eat. And
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of people don't understand. I know you understand, but don't understand that all these fruits and vegetables and grains and seeds and nuts that we're eating, they all have protein in them.
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful thing about it is that they deliver the protein without the detrimental things that people are getting from the animal source foods that they eat. We don't need that. We don't need the middleman. I go straight to I eat a lot of chickpeas. I'm a fan of cannellini beans and white beans. I don't always mess with the red beans and some of the others just because the lectins do affect me a little bit, but that's okay. I do a lot of mushrooms. I eat mushrooms every day.
Okay.
I'm looking at some blue oysters right now that I'm about to put into the Instant Pot. My smoothies I try to do on the daily, and I always have a lot of greens in there, usually an apple, a pear. I've got dates inside my smoothie, put ginger in there, coconut water. If it's summertime, watermelon is my liquid for my smoothies. Get excited about that.
Okay.
And what I started putting in my smoothies now is a little bit of arugula. Man, that blend of the spinach, arugula, and then another green, it does something. You that peppery taste coming out of it. That's my new kick with my smoothies. The arugula has to go in there.
Okay.
I do a lot of buckwheat. I don't do too many grains. My gut, even after all these years, is still going through whatever healing it had to go through. I'm still a little sensitive if I go too heavy on the grains. So I use buckwheat instead, which is actually a fruit, but it handles and eats like a grain. So if I want something at the base of whatever I'm making in the Instant Pot. And I'm on my journey to go back to a high raw state, which I usually do. But the Instant Pot, I'm still working on stews because it's still a little cold around here.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to get back to some raw stuff. So I'll be back in the dehydrator making my breads, my celery bread, and burgers, and playing around with mushrooms now in different ways, and just putting together food. So I always have things to grab and go.
What's just off the top of your head, don't want to put nobody on the spot like that, but just a couple of the vendors that are going to be at Philly Veg Fest that kind of stick out just to you personally. Not like, yeah, I picked these over anybody. Just I like these guys that personally to me, just that are going to be at the Veg Fest.
Oh, we have some fantastic ones. One that sticks out right now is my brother Curtis, who comes all the way from Ohio with Squash the Beef.
Oh, that's my guy. I can't get them on because they at
Curtis.
church.
Okay, Curtis will be there. And I was surprised because I wrote to him earlier in the year saying, hey, I know so-and-so changed their date and it conflicts with ours. I hope we get to see you, but I know that other event is closer to you. He said he's coming.
Oh, that's good.
Let me do this. I'm going to pull something up right now. And a Philly favorite is the guy who makes all the beautiful banana whips. So Kevin is coming from, man, I can't believe I can't get you the straight name. I can see his truck with the pink and white stripes. Let me calm down here, and I'll get you some proper names. But this is one you have to try when you come out. Vegan House of Pancakes will be there also. Nikki's coming up from
Atlanta,
Georgia. Yeah, from Atlanta. Gray's going to stay home and take care of the kids, but Nikki's coming up. She's going to do a cooking demo. We're trying to get her squared away. So, yeah, I told you there's more. We've got all kinds of surprises coming this year.
Man, this sounds so good.
Fantastic people. I'm going to give you a couple other vendors' names. We're still in the process of collecting them. I'm processing things for them, so they're not always fresh at the top of my head, but we have absolutely fantastic vendors. We're in that game where we're waiting for payments and shuffling this one here. This one's approved. This one's not approved. But we're in it. Get my head straight so I can get to the right place in the computer.
This episode on YouTube is going to be really disjointed. I just want my people to know. Even on Instagram, it's going to be kind of disjointed because we do everything live, and we had some technical issues that was going on. It's going to be looking like it was some talking and it wasn't no sound. And
you can still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Don't get me wrong. Me and you, we straight, we cool. It's just I noticed that it was a button that was paused, and I thought we was recording on YouTube, but happens.
Okay.
But we still got
All right,
we got the majority of everything.
Here's some others for you. Like I said, Squash the Beef. We've got La Camellia Philly Truck is coming. That's some wonderful, authentic vegan Mexican food. Fed by Vegans will be there. We have, I'll wait until they have completed, but there's a great bakery who has applied this year for the first time, and people follow them everywhere. We're waiting for them to finalize their entry before we can mention that.
For all of our
custard will be there.
For all of our listeners who have just joined in, or I'm sorry that have been going through our technical issues. This is our guest Philly Veg Fest on the show, and we're just going through some of the vendors who are on the lineup for Philly Veg Fest, which is June 13. And this is at, once again, what's that address again? 2101 South
2101 South College Avenue.
South College Avenue.
At Girard College. Or for simplification, they can just think 21st and Girard. They can't miss the big wall around the school.
21st and Girard at Girard College. 2101 South College Avenue from 12 to 7, June 13th, Philly Veg Fest. Once again, John Sally's on the lineup. Badass Vegan, John Lewis, Dr. Milton Mills, Angela Yvonne from Vegan Pop Eats, There's going to be um, there's going to be a 5 live bands. You got jazz, reggae, psychedelic rock, soulful hip hop, rap, spoken word. Gigi the Vegan Jones from Midwest Soul Veg Fest. Now this is also a festival that is put on by the Federation of Vegan Festivals, and some of their festivals include, but are not limited to, Black Veg Fest, Texas Veg Fest, the Veggie Taste, Vegan Soul Fest. Um, there's also going to be a showing of They're Trying to Kill Us. If you have not seen that movie is great. Movie slash
Yeah, it's
documentary,
great.
whatever you want to call it, it is outstanding. And it's done from a time in the 2020s where it's like more up to now to as far as relatable. It's very relatable anyway, but it's a difference between looking at something from 2007 versus something from 2023. You know, there's going to be a panel demystifying masculinity through the vegan lens, and a panel on the Federation of Vegan Festival Organizers talking about life as an organizer and some of the different things that they have to go through putting on events like this. There's going to be live yoga and other wellness demos as well. I'm sorry, and as suggested before, bring your chairs and blankets. Plan to stay all day. Um, www.phillyvegfest.com. If you have any questions, or to follow links for volunteers or vendors or sponsors. They're still accepting vendors of all types. Richard Rogers is the contact person. If you want any information about Philly Veg Fest, if you like the things that you've heard, I know I have. Try to go ahead and depending on where you're coming from, it ain't that long of a drive or ain't that long of a flight. But I want to thank Mr. Richard Rogers and the Philly Veg Fest and
Yeah.
Vegan Vibes STL, my good buddy Tim. I want to give a big shout out to the notorious VEGAN, the Vigilante Vegan. He tried to come through again for us today. And man, much love. I don't know what's going on with our video link, but I want to thank deeply from the bottom of my heart our guest today. Things worked out the way that they worked out, where it was just us three today, one in the studio, one on video, and me. But we had a great time. We really did.
Yes, sir.
Man, Philly Veg Fest. This is just, oh my God. John Sally and Dr. Milton Mills. This is,
Yeah,
man.
we're
This
gonna have
this is
so
just,
much fun. We have
whew.
fun too. Yeah, we have fun.
Oh my God. This is. But now, what part of town
Can
is that in though? By the way.
This is going north. This is north in Philly.
Okay.
It's not extreme North Philly, but it is North Philadelphia, and the community there, they looks like us. The students at Girard College look like us, but everyone is welcome. But you see how my programming works.
Yes, sir.
But people need to be seen. So we're communicating with the 5th Council District this year, and Councilman is letting his district know as well as the others. So we're expecting a lot more people this year, especially because we can do some interactive things for families. We've got some kids things that are being set up as far as interactive wellness, painting, all sorts of things. We're just getting people together to monitor those activities. But this is to be a family celebration this year. I've been trying to get us to a grassy area, a park, or preferably Girard College, which is where we are, because people can stay. When you have a festival on the street, once people have done what they want to do, they can't lounge around, so
Yes,
they go
sir.
home.
And
But we've decided to figure out a way to entice them to stay so they can take part. Come out, get your wellness on, do some yoga, do some sound healing, find a way to paint your portrait, do some interactive things, bucket drums, drum circles,
yeah.
whatever it takes just to keep people entertained, living, and learning about the lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
I want to make one quick point about the Federation,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a minute.
You go right
The
ahead.
Federation of Vegan, that federation has come together as organically as a group of 5 different organizers, and it was the brainstorm of Omowale Adewale from Black Veg Fest in Brooklyn. Omawale has worked with all of us in some capacity, or we've all helped out his event in some capacity. Me personally, since about 2018. The others even have more of a history with him. But he contacted us all at a point last year with this idea so we could come together to put our similar messages together, attracting more people to the events, getting more awareness, also finding ways that we can collaborate to make a greater impact on all our community, at the same time letting funders know so that we can try to reach out together for some of the funding that may be out there for us. As we know, it's a hard thing to do. So in force, we work together, help each other's events. We were all just in Texas last weekend for Texas Veg Fest, which got postponed. So that's coming up again in May. Okay. We'll let you know what that new date is as soon as they nail it. But so we travel from there. They come to Philly. Then we go to Brooklyn for Black Veg Fest. That's August 8th this year. Let me see if I can get my other dates together. Baltimore, although they're not doing Vegan Soul Fest right now, they do have Children's Veg Fest. They have Vegan Block Party.
Oh, man, that Children's Veg Fest sounds nice.
The Black Veg Society is also there. That's Naja Wright Brown from Naja Speaks. That's her podcast. But, yeah, Naja's holding it down there. And then we swing down to Atlanta to see our friend Naime with the Veggie Tapes.
Yeah.
And that's an awesome event. So we stay busy, we stay helping each other, we stay supportive, and stay pushing this message out to our community.
Before you go now, are you familiar with, or are you cool with Nourish Philly?
Say again? Yeah, Nourish, yeah. Sarah, yeah.
I just had her on. A couple weeks ago, couple months ago. I mean, yeah, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful.
All right.
person.
Well, I want you to give her a nudge. Sarah is usually with us. She should be back with us again this year. Adunde is right up against our festival, so as long as she has the staffing she needs, she comes out to Philly with the food. Last year she came with different products. The year before she came with the food.
Oh, okay.
And 2 years before that was the first time we met. So she's a great supporter.
Yes,
I'll be putting some posters up in her place this week as soon as I get stuff back from the printer. But, yeah, I'm enticing Sarah to come. She said as long as she gets the staff right and can handle both events, she's there with us for the food. Good. So we've got some time left. I love Nourish.
And we're going to make sure everybody's linked up as far as being redblackandvegan.com. We need everybody to go to the YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way we can try to get this as big as possible, because it's all about trying to get notoriety for everyone, as well as redblackandvegan.com, the website. Registration is free. That's our plant-based, minority-owned plant-based business center. But before we get out of here, hopefully in the future you can have this artist at Philly Veg Fest. This is my good friend, soon to be on the show. Artist named C5. I want to thank everybody for coming today, and just remember, first and foremost, have you had your plants today? And we need you guys to be thinking about going vegan, for real. I don't know why this music ain't playing, but it's supposed to be playing.
That little speaker.
What speaker?
Right there.
This one?
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, the other one, the headphones, not the speaker.
Yeah, see.
There you go. Hit it.
Separated from their families just for.
We're gonna start that over. This is my boy C5, soon to be a guest on the show. For everybody, thanks for watching.
You know what time it is. Time to go vegan.
I want to thank everybody.
You know what time it is. Come on.
A little long.
I don't mean to come off like I'm ridiculing the preaching, but here's a couple reasons to consider going vegan. I was talking to my good folks over at Peter. We all impacting the world from the things that we eating. They ain't had no pork chops in the Garden of Eden. I'm just teasing, but it ain't humane. I'm just saying, these animals like us, they feel pleasure.